First and foremost, I'd like to give all acknowledgement, honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Harakhan HaKodash, who giveth us forth his servant strength and power to move mountains, and who will deliver us, Lord willing, from the hour of temptation. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that have taught us his truth. And shalom unto you, hopeful, sincere, elect members, and 1/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans and Seminole Indians that truly believe that Yahweh is and that he exists, and that Yahweh Shai is the deliverer and will deliver you. Shalom unto you. It's the brother Ibaji from the Los Angeles GMS camp, and we're currently teaching in the San Fernando Valley. The specific location that you could come out at is Ventura. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. So we're going to go right into it, dealing with this famine that's about to come upon the world. Not just Babylon, aka America. The world is about to feel a famine. Alright? It's about to hit them out of nowhere. But the famine we look for is the famine that's already taking place here in Babylon, aka America. Because if you notice, a lot of the products, they're packaging less meat, less food in the baggages, in the cartage. Alright? There's a famine creeping upon the world. Just like the scriptures tell you in Second Ezra, the 15th chapter and the 16th chapter. So check this out. The world's major grain supplier limits exports. Now, when you go into this word, let's go into exports, right? It says, send goods or services to another country for sale. A commodity, article, or service sold abroad. All right, commerce. And when you're dealing with food, someone will get affected by it. A country will end up, having a hard time. Especially dealing with grain. Come on, grain is in everything. Your cereal, your oatmeal, and so forth. It says Argentina is limiting exports of corn and wheat, and we're about to see a lot of these nations that are known for being rich in crops, in harvest, in produce. I'm talking about food. Start limiting their exports. And it says, and wheat in a push to tackle domestic food inflation. It is a resolution that the food industry, aka the elites, considers necessary to provide predictability and to safeguard what Argentines needs for their own consumption. Agriculture Minister Julian Dominguez said in a statement this week. According to the resolution published on the government's website on Friday, the authorities plan to first calculate how much grain Argentina needs for domestic consumption, and then limit export, and it says registries that could affect these supplies. Food inflation in the country has been soaring lately, currently amounting to roughly 51%, while the poverty rate sits around 40%. For the past several weeks, Argentina has blocked some of its own corns and wheat exports to stabilize food prices at home. So here you have countries that are breaking their necks to send out large shipments for you fat-ass Americans, for you fat-ass Europeans. All right? And they're struggling to feed their own damn people. Alright? Show you that this devil is a pure devil, man. You know, he'll be on your ass to make sure you ship him food and shit. But for your people, they get the leftovers. Has blocked some of his corn and wheat export to stabilize food prices at home. So all these nations are going through it, man. That's why Esau is going to come with that global reset. But let's get the scriptures. You know, I don't want to overread without starting in the spirit. Let's go to Matthew. Matthew 24:1. And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came with him for to show him the building of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, see he not that all these things, verily I say unto you, there shall not be left there one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And that was talking about 70 AD. Alright, Yahushua foretold, you know, the burning and throwing down of Jerusalem. But ultimately, that will be done by the thermonuclear missiles. Now, verse 3, and he sat upon the Mount of Olives, which is the highest mountain that oversees Jerusalem. The disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? What shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? Now they wanted to know when, you know, the work stopped. When would be the end? When would be the end of Esau's world and the beginning of Jacob? That's what they wanted to know. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach. So there will be a lot of pretend messiahs, and shall deceive many. And he shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that he be not troubled. So we shouldn't be, you know, on edge due to these things. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation. We got Ukraine, we got Russia, we got NATO, you know, rising against each other. And we got Thailand versus China. And kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines with an S. And pestilences. Alright, plagues. And earthquakes in diverse places. So these are the big indicators, the signs that we're closer to the return of Yahushua. But not only that, we're closer to the return, to the judgment of a lot of people on earth by the way of the sword, famine, pestilence, and death. Earthquakes. Alright, natural disasters. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Sorrows goes into pain. A lot of suffering by pain. Alright? So the Lord is going to bring a famine not only on Babylon, America, but the world. The world is about to be feeling hell, man. Alright? Because majority of these countries have lived deliciously with Babylon, aka America. Now, America is about to suffer in all those nations that have lived deliciously with America. The Lord is about to make them pay. Alright? Now, check this out. 2nd Ezra 15:5. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. Alright, whether Esau is in the lab cooking these plagues, alright, that are causing these pandemic, it is of the Lord. You know, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, and death and destruction, upon the world. All right? But especially upon the world of Esau, the so-called white man, because this is his world right now. All right? And it's going to tell you why. You people ain't going to just feel famine because, oh, poor you. What did we do to deserve this? It's going to tell you, for wickedness had exceedingly polluted the earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Because look at the hurtful works that a lot of you nations have helped this devil do. You got India being one of the most polluted countries. You got China following the footstep and blueprint of destroying the earth along with the so-called white man. All right, for wickedness, a lot of evil shit you people are doing in the world had exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Now, how do you clean this wickedness up? By death. By bringing judgment. That's how the Lord gonna clean up all this wickedness. All right? Now we're gonna go back and go to 2nd Ezra 16 and 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. And the Lord is creating the ultimate famine right now. Because majority of these huge manufacturing, producing, agricultural countries are cutting down their exports and how much they harvest to you other nations. Because they themselves are suffering. All right? They're going through inflation. And it says, while the poverty rate sits around 40%, for the past several weeks, Argentina has blocked some of its corn and wheat exports to stabilize. You got wheat. You need wheat and barley to make beer, bread. People don't understand, man. These crops is major to stabilize food prices at home. So according to Dominguez, the country will still be able to export 12.5 million tons of wheat and 41.6 million tons of corn. Now, that still might be a lot. But think about how much malts just alone is in America. Over 300 plus million. You think 40 million tons could feed these fat ass people? And then you got shipments to Europe and so forth. Earlier this year, the South American nation also slashed exports of beef by 50%. But they're not the only one cutting down on producing beef and chicken. And, you have a lot of nations cutting it down. But loosened those curbs last week under pressure from farmers, removing restrictions on exports to emerging market. Argentina is a key global supplier of beef, as well as the world's top exporter of processed soy. And soy is almost in every goddamn thing. America is a soy country, man. Everything has soy. That's why you got all these effeminate men. The second largest exporter of corn and a major wheat producer. This means that any change to the volume of its agriculture export may affect global markets and food chain supply. So here it is. The Lord is preparing a nice famine For you dumbass people that are in your peace and safety mindset. All right, there's a global famine on the rise. And it says, which have already suffered. Admit, that's what I've been saying. I went to go get turkey bacon the other day, and I noticed they're putting them in boxes, and each slot had like 5 or 6 turkey bacons. And they're doing that to limit. They're starting to limit the amount they give people. All right, reducing what's in the package. Cutting down the percentage that they usually give. So this world is in trouble, man. People are walking around here with their nose to the sky, being proud. The Lord's gonna lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. All right, he's about to humble Esau and everybody in his kingdom. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of the famine. So the famine is gonna be that bad. A lot of people gonna die. And when there's a famine, there's what? Plagues, disease. And the other that escape the hunger. So them people that think they got a way out. They got their bunkers. They got something that they're going to protect, their storehouses or whatever. Shall the sword destroy. Now let's get storehouses. Because people don't understand the effect of a major company or a major export nation stop producing. It's a big fucking deal. Oh, real quick. On this one, it says, because these 2 chapters, it goes in, emphasizes, like, look, there's about to be a food shortage. There's about to be hyperinflation. Meaning not everybody is going to be able to purchase. Not everybody's going to be able to get food. And if you do get food, you got to pay a large price. Now check it out. Hold on. It says, woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, and the beginning of famine and great death. People are going to die by the millions. And the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? So bad times. See? He's going to explain what it goes down to. Behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. So for you people to get right. Because of all the wickedness, the Lord is sending this. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor always be mindful of scourges. So these people don't understand that God is punishing them. And they're going to continue being more wicked. Behold, the victual shall be so good cheap upon the earth. There's so many good cheap deals right now, especially in Babylon, aka America, that they should think themselves to be in good case. They think life is all good and dandy. Even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Hear that? Sword, famine, and great confusion. Meaning people don't, when it hits them, when all these evils hit them, they're not going to know what the hell is going on. They're going to be in a state of perplexity, great confusion and loss. Like, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So people that, escape, think it's all good, they're going to die, man. And it says, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. No funerals, no mourning. If you dead, you dead. You die where you gonna lay where you die. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. So it's getting to that point. Alright? That famine is going to catch people as a thief. You're going to catch them off guard. Check it out. We got to go to the... Now, 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse... "40. O my people, hear my word. Make ready to the battle. And in those evils, be even as pilgrim upon the earth." Alright? We're going to be pilgrims upon the earth. Just constantly moving. You know? We're going to have to keep moving, man. You know, we're going to be led by the Spirit. And you go into that word pilgrims, it goes into expecting miracles. So we're going to be moving on that faith. Like, look, the Lord going to do. He's going to provide. He's going to make a way for us. It's going to get that bad that you can't sit still, you know, and get comfortable. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away. And he that buyeth as one that will lose. Hear that? So what you people are trying to build here, and even in these last days, you'll still have people trying to sell shit, you know, try to sustain. But it says, as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise, which are good produce, as he that had no profit by it. And he that buildeth, as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth, as if he shall not reap. So also he that planteth the vineyards, as he that shall not gather the grapes. Because someone is going to try to come take it. And they that marry, as they that shall get no children. And it says, and therefore they that labor in vain. Because a lot of people are going to lose their stores and all the shit that they work hard for. And it says, for strangers shall reap their fruits. So someone else is going to come take it and spoil their goods and overthrow their houses and take their children captives. And for in captivity and in famine shall they get children. And they shall occupy their merchandise for robbery. And it says wait. Let me go on down. Now, scripture says right here, and it says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection, uprising upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So they're going to be like madmen, sparing none. Alright, the scriptures talk about people waxing cold. And it says, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. That's why we shouldn't have any attachment to this place. Because the Lord is going to send Esau against us. You know that we think we own is going to get taken. That's why we don't have no attachment to him. No. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. So the elect are going to be known in these last days, man. Because the Lord's going to try us. He's going to bring hell towards us. You know? Through much tribulations shall we enter into the kingdom. But the thing is, we ain't going to face the same battles as these people. Starving to death. You know, dealing with plagues. You know, their own families turning on them. You know, sword coming down upon them. Their neighbors invading them, taking their shit. Now, we're going to deal with a different battle. And it says, "Hear, O my beloved, said the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand. But I will deliver you from the same." Alright, the Lord is going to deliver us from the troubles that's coming. You know, Jacob's trouble and the persecution. But be not afraid, neither doubt. So it's that time. It's high time. You know, for you to show your faith is more powerful than your fear. For Yahweh is your guide. When you go into the word guide, it means lead. The Lord is going to lead us. And the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, said the Lord Lord Yahweh. So who's the only one doing that but us? So the Lord is going to guide us. And it says, "Let not your sins weigh you down. Let not your iniquities lift up themselves. Woe be unto them." But that's the point. The Lord going to take care of us, you know, through the tribulation, the persecution, you know, being called an outlaw, being demonized, being looked at as the filth of the earth, being blamed for everything. At the end of the day, we're going to be the last men standing, you know, condemning these people, you know, and, you know, they're going to be pissed off because they know they have been beguiled. But let's get some scriptures. Because we are going to be taken care of. And these people are going to get mad that the Lord is going to take care of us. But, hey, motherfucker, you trusted in the shadow of Egypt. All right? When Egypt fell, you going to fail. Don't get mad at us that we put our trust in Yahweh Shem Shai the whole time. Psalm 73 and verse 3. And it says, "Trust in the Lord and do good. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed." That's not the one I'm looking for. Let me see, slacking. You know what? Let me go to Isaiah 65. Isaiah 65 and 13 through 14. And I never get tired of hearing this verse. Because, come on, the Lord is going to take care of us. Isaiah 65 and 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat. We're going to be fed. The Lord is going to prepare, daily meals. And he shall be hungry. 2/3. Behold, my servant shall drink. The Lord's going to quench our thirst. But he shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but he shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but he shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And a lot of these jakes, their minds are going to condemn them because they're going to see that they missed out on the opportunity to be taken care of, to be protected. And then now they're going to left with their demons eating them and the judgment consuming them. Psalms 32 and 10. Many sorrows shall be to the wicked, but he that trusteth in the Lord, mercy shall compass him about. So, as you can see, the wicked is going to be in a lot of pain and suffering. But us that trust in the Lord's mercy surround us. All right? And the Lord is going to show us mercy in his wrath, like the scripture says, in thy wrath, remember mercy. And that's the balance of Yahweh Shem Shai. While somebody's starving to death, while masses are starving, he's feeding someone else. And those someone else is the elect. Mercy shall compass him about. That hedge is going to be shown to his men. For the rest of the world, fuck them. But the Lord going to take care of us, man. I can't think of this. I know what it is, but I can't think of it. So Psalms 41 and 1. Blessed be the Lord that considereth the poor, and he would deliver him in the time of trouble. So as we can see, trouble is approaching the whole world. Alright, they in trouble, man, for all the shit that they've been doing. But for us, the Lord is going to take care of us. But Lord willing, this was edifying. As you can see, Argentina is a super important supplier of wheat, of crops, and beef, and those are things that men need to sustain, food. And the Lord is bringing a famine upon this place. But for his servants, they're going to be fed. They're going to be nourished. But yeah, a few words. Lord willing, this is edifying. Giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai, and double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Shalom.